Hey guys, it's Ariel. So in a previous video, I actually tried to get on the topic of how I got into Fall Out Boy with a friend of mine actually, but somehow it ended up getting turned into a conversation about naked pictures out of band people. Uh, that was interesting. You can check that out. It's in the description box. Along with everything else, you should always check the description box because there's always something down there. But I decided, since I almost got on the topic and then didn't really explain, that I should probably talk about them. So let's get into it. Okay, so what happened was I actually wasn't that big on Fall Out Boy. They were one of those, until recently, they were one of those bands that I liked but didn't love. Like, there was nothing wrong with them, but I just wasn't a big fan of theirs. I just enjoyed their music, and that was about it. But recently I've gotten really into them, like, not so much, like, you know, obsessed or anything, but I've found myself really enjoying them lately, like, getting into more Fall Out Boy moods where I'll sit there and listen to them. Like, I mainly listen to, what is that album called? Infinity on High, and it's not Take Us to Your Grave, it's the other one. It's not the one with I Don't Care on it. It's not Fully Decks. Fully a Dude, that's what it's called. I don't know which album I'm talking. Oh, Under the Cork Tree. That's what it's called. I mainly listen to Infinity on High and Under the Cork Tree. And I do really listen to Save Rock and Roll. That took a little bit to grow on me. Except for Alone Together. I really liked that one from the beginning. But when they first came back from their break, that's actually about the time when I started getting into them again. Like, I had always listened to them because I had a friend that was completely obsessed with them. So I kind of was used to hearing about them, and I kind of heard them all the time, so I was already familiar with their music. I think they were probably one of the first alternative rock bands I actually listened to and liked. And it's actually really funny. There was one time when we were in Michael's craft store one time. I think I just said that. Oops. I need to learn how to talk better, don't I? There was one time I was in Michael's with a friend of mine, and the one that was obsessed with Fall Out Boy, and I just started really giving them a chance, outside of whatever she happened to play for me. Like, this was when I started giving a shit for myself. It wasn't just, oh, what are we listening to? It was, teach me more kind of thing. Like, I actually was interested. And we were in there looking for something, and we were talking about the song, I Slept With Someone in Fall Out Boy, and all I got was this stupid song written about me. And if anybody knows that song, it's not heavy, but it's heavier when it's heavy when you aren't used to heavy things. Like, I at the time mainly listened to, like, the Jonas Brothers, so that was a heavy song compared to them. But obviously it's not, but it has a little bit of screaming in it, and it was kind of funny because we just were happening to be talking about it, and we kept saying the title because I thought the title was quite interesting, and I thought it was kind of hilarious that it was such a long title. And I remember we kept saying I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy, and all I got was a song written about me. And I all of a sudden noticed this lady staring at us both in, like, shock. Like, what the hell are these girls talking about? I was like 14 at the time, maybe 15. My friend was either 14 or 13, depending on what age I was, because she's a year younger than me. So she just was looking at us shocked, and I realized all of a sudden, holy crap, she doesn't realize we're talking about a song. She thinks we slept with someone in something named Fall Out Boy. So I all of a sudden was like, it's a really great song. And I don't know, that memory is stuck in me, because all of a sudden she goes, oh, and walks away very quickly, like, oh, okay, I'm done now. Like, I think she was eavesdropping, but she realized it was just a song we were talking about, and she stopped. It was hilarious. And I still remember that very vividly, and I probably never forget it just because I thought it was hilarious. Still do. And then honestly, my favorite songs by them are A Little Less Than 16 Candles, Sugar We're Going Down, You're Crashing But You're No Way, Grand Theft Autumn, the acoustic version especially. And I don't know, I like a lot of their songs. Like, I also really like Get Busy Living, XO, I don't know, our lawyer changes the name of our song, the song, so we wouldn't get sued, or whatever that's called. That's randomly stuck in my head now. I like them. I actually really haven't listened to Fully Ado yet. The only songs I've heard off of that I can remember off the top of my head right now are I Don't Care and Tiffany Blues. I think so. I think there was another one that I heard, but I can't remember. I haven't gotten around to listening to it yet, just because when it first came out, I heard a lot of people say they hated it. Now I'm hearing a lot of opposite of that most people say they love it. I just hadn't heard that. So maybe it was an album that took people a while to get used to. I don't know. Same thing happened with Save Rock and Roll. When they came back and they released my song Don't You Did in the Dark, I'm like, the fuck is this? This is not Fall Out Boy. Is this a prank? And then I realized, oh, it's not a prank. They just changed. Okay. Then I didn't hate it. It took me a little bit, and then, like I said, I heard Alone Together and loved that song. And I was very impressed that they got Elton John involved in Save Rock and Roll. And you know you've made it if Elton John does anything with you. And I think it's cool, and I actually am hoping to see them one day. I'm not seeing them this summer. I almost got a chance to, but I ended up having to pass it up. But that's okay. They'll come back. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Fall Out Boy? What are your favorite songs by them? I was gonna say I'm gonna go now, but I actually wanted to comment for a moment on Patrick Stump. I didn't know what he was like until recently. I think he is hilarious because you can't insult him. He'll just polite you to death. And he makes some of the funniest, randomest comments on Twitter, and I think it is awesome. I really want to interview, especially him, but the whole band, but especially him, just to see what he'd say. Because I feel like that'd be a good time. Now I'm gonna go. Talk to you guys later. Love you. Goodbye.